All right. Let's see if this is working. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live session. I see some people joining. I'm just going to invite my speaker. It's nice to have you all here. Hey, Dini. Just waving to everyone. Hey, there she is. Hello, Kat. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm actually, we're very busy with the opening 42 Wolfsburg, but it's going really well, actually.
Okay.
So slowly signing up everyone to the Piscines. That will happen in February, March, and April. So very exciting. Very
Yeah.
exciting. And
Sounds
where are you now? Are you at home or
hotel.
nice?
Yeah.
Ah, nice student hotel, of course. That's
In
super nice.
Amsterdam West.
Super, super.
Yeah.
Okay, so for everyone who just started watching, thank you so much for joining. So this will be a live Q&A session with Katherine. So she is a student from Codam, which is the 42 school in Amsterdam. So you can call it Codam or 42 Amsterdam, up to you. And then if you have a question, you can actually drop them in the little question mark with a cloud around it. So you can just click on that, add your question, because if you ask your question in the chat directly, it might get lost in the comments. But feel free to ask. I also have some questions prepared, but feel free to drop them in there and we'll make sure to answer them. All right, so I'm just going to dive right in because I'm very curious to get to know more about you. Of course, we met already a few months ago, but the rest doesn't know you yet. So just quickly, can you tell us who are you? Where are you from? How old are you? Yeah, that.
Okay. So, my name is Katherine. I turned 27 in October. I'm Dutch. I have been living in the Netherlands since I was 10, and I originally come from a very small village near Germany. That's where I live now. But since I got the scholarship, I'm like 5 days a week here in Amsterdam West. Yeah.
Oh wow. Whereabouts in Germany? Like north, south, east, or west?
No, it's like near Germany, so it's like
Ah,
close to Doetinchem or Arnhem.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's like a
Cool.
small village there. Yeah,
Super cool.
yeah.
Super cool. And so very curious to know like what made you decide to sign up to 42 in the first place? Like what is did you see an ad and what sort of or something else like an article and what attracted you to actually sign up?
Yeah, so I think I saw a ad on Facebook, and I think it said like no intuition, no teachers, and I think like no classes or no classrooms or something like that. And I was like, this is like so interesting. Like, what kind of school is this? So I went to your website or I clicked on the link and I did the online test. And I thought that was like such a unique and yeah, just a unique test. I thought it was gonna be something like about language or maths, like a standard test, but it wasn't. It was like a game. So I really liked that and I even passed it. I didn't expect to pass. And yeah, so when I passed it, I was like even more intrigued, and I just looked up everything on the website about coding. Yeah,
I can imagine the test is quite of a surprise that
yeah,
suddenly like, huh, it's a game. What?
yeah. But it was so fun because yeah, the test is like they don't tell you anything. You just have to figure out what to do. So I was really happy when I figured it out. Yeah, it was such a nice test. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
And did you actually have any prior programming or coding experience?
I was working as a web designer, but I only did like HTML, CSS. So I knew like I had colleagues that were programmers, but I could never program myself. And they tried to explain me what functions were and variables and if-else statements, but I really just couldn't understand any of this. So no, I couldn't program. No.
Nice. Okay, so it was a good head start. And did you do any kind of university or school or whatever before actually coming here?
Yeah, I did MBO niveau 4. in multimedia design.
Ah,
Yeah,
cool. That's
that's it.
really nice. That's
Yeah,
really cool. I think I met more students from the same direction. So I see a lot of
yeah,
multimedia design and arts as well,
yeah,
coming towards programming, which I think is a very logical step. Is
yeah.
that also something you would like to combine later on?
I don't know. I feel like I enjoy programming way more than designing things. Yeah, because like
Wow.
designing things is really abstract, I would say, and everyone has its own opinions, and programming is really like, yeah, it's kind of artsy too, but like it works or it doesn't work, you know. So yeah, I think I enjoy programming more, but maybe in the future I would combine them, but I'd rather not, I think. Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting. I love that perspective also of art and programming. And
Yeah.
so then you did the test, you came to an open day introduction, and then you started with the Piscine. So yeah, can you tell us a little bit more, like maybe what was your favorite moment, but also what was your least favorite moment? Very
Yeah,
curious
sure,
to
sure.
understand.
Yeah. So I did the piscine in July, and I did not know what to expect. I didn't read anything about the piscine, I think. I just went in blind. I actually quit my job for it because I was like,
Oh,
yeah, I was like, because I read about a lot of about Codam, and I was like, this is really, if I want to go to any school in this country, this would be the only school that I would want to go to. So I quit my job, and I was like, I'm just gonna try this, and it was way harder than I expected, but also like so fun, and it's still crazy to me that I have found a school that has a lot of the same people as me, and they're like all nice, and like it's just like a perfect school or something, I don't know. And during the PC, like everyone was so nice, and that's something that I didn't really experience in like normal schools. Like everyone is there for themselves, and you know, you don't really ask each other for that much help. But because we didn't have any like guidance, we had to like ask each other all the time. And I think my favorite moment was probably like the second rush. I wasn't really feeling too good, and our rush wasn't going anywhere. And I was actually all ready to like give up to the rush. I was ready to give up. But then like Candace, like someone else from the scene came to me, and she was like, "No, you should participate. Just join our team." So both teams, we just combined together and we worked together. And we didn't finish it, but we got further than
wow.
yeah, we would. And that was like a very touching moment for me. I think that Candace really got out of her way to like help me, you know. Yeah.
Um, Wow, that's very special. Super cool to hear that these two groups sort of joined each other and then started to help each other. So
Yeah.
for the people who don't know, during the selection PC, you actually do most of the projects you do are individual projects during the week, and then in the weekend you actually have rushes, which are group projects where you work together with two other people, so you get linked to each other at random, which is actually a great way to also get to know more people during the PC time.
Yeah.
Um, and so if someone is doubting to do the piscine or maybe to sign up, what would you say to these people?
I would just say like just try it, because I don't feel like you can lose anything. I think you can only gain, even if it's like discovering if you like coding or not, or just making new friends. Yeah, I don't really feel like you can lose anything. I think you can just grow from it, even like for personal development, not even only for coding. I think it's an experience that everyone should participate in at least once. Yeah.
I think that makes a lot of sense. I have the same feeling like I did the piscine and I didn't want to do anything with it, but to have that basic understanding of programming was very, very important. And also to realize that I can actually do something. If I don't know anything, it's fine. I just start at the beginning, I look things
Yeah.
up, I talk with people, and then I will get there. Like I felt much more confident to try out new things.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's what I would say. Like, I really discovered that if you put in the time and you really do your best and you have a lot of amazing people to help you, then you can do it, you know? Like everyone can
exactly.
do it. Yeah.
Exactly. So I actually got a question in from someone, which I think is a really nice question. This person is asking, any recommendation for Piscine preparation? C, algorithms, Unix commands.
Yeah, so the Piscine is going to be in C. Um, I do not think you can prepare though for the things. No, I think if you know a little bit about C, it's like handy. But yeah, I would just go in blind and just let it like guide you with all the other people, because like I think 90% of the people don't know anything about C. So and I feel like it's not about um, getting the assignments, it's just about working together, learning to new people, to know new people. I wouldn't worry too much about having any knowledge about programming before you go into the scene. Yeah.
I totally agree with that. I think what I always recommend people is just to sleep, to eat, maybe to cook, prepare, like put a lot of food in your freezer, so you don't have to think about, getting yourself dinner, that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
think that informing my friends that I wasn't going to be social for a month, but now with Corona,
Yeah.
it's a bit easier, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really good tips. And so now you started with the curriculum, right?
Yes, I did. Yeah, in October.
In October. Wow. So do you already have a favorite project or is that too soon to ask, maybe?
Well, I only finished like two. So the first one is making your own library, which contains I think like 40 functions that you can use later. That one I finished, and I finished get next line, which is a function that reads a file and it gets a line every time until the new line it gives you back. And I think out of the two, I like get next line better because it's just uh one function that I could focus on instead of like 40 different ones.
40.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Because by the end of the time that I finished my libFT, like I forgot even what all these functions like what they did, So it was like pretty hard to look back at my own code and know what I was thinking at that time. But with Get Next Line, you're like 100% in it all the time. You know what you're doing, so I think I like that better. Yeah.
That's definitely true. 40. Holy moly. So I got another question from someone is asking, what is the hardest thing about the piscine?
I think the hardest thing is that you just get a subject. It tells you what you have to make, but it doesn't tell you anything about how to make it. It only tells you like you're allowed to use this. Good luck. You have to Google everything. You have to ask your peers about everything. I think the hardest thing is just like not knowing where to begin, not knowing how everything works. Yeah, but I think that's the goal of the whole scene, just figure out how everything works. Yeah.
That makes sense. Maybe, so I got another question, which is maybe the same answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Yeah.
Someone is asking, how did you learn about making your own library?
Well, a lot of Google, a lot of asking questions. Yeah, just problem solving, like if I didn't know a term, I would Google it. I would try see what outputs I would get from my code, testing, a lot of testing, and just working together with my peers that I have here in the student hotel because I'm very lucky. We're with like 10 people here, and I can
Whoa.
just like ask another student here to like help me. But even like in Slack channels, I can ask everyone to help me. There are a lot of people to help you, so you'll figure it out. Yeah.
Makes sense. It's like in the piscine.
Yeah. Just like
Um, Another question is, if you don't know the answer, don't worry, I would know it as well. Is there a way to travel abroad to a different 42 campus once you're a 42 student?
I think like after a year you can transfer. I'm not really sure though, so if you want to answer, then yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it more or less is right. So it means that you are allowed to travel to another 42 campus after your first internship. So that is generally after a year for most people.
Yeah.
And then you can basically do your internship wherever you want, but you can also go to one of the other 42 schools. However, there is a minimum stay of 3 months. So, for administrative purposes, we don't so want to hop from Paris to, I don't know, Amsterdam to Morocco in like a few days' time.
Yeah.
That will be unrealistic, but for 3 months on end, you will stay in the same campus. But you can do 3 months in different countries in the world, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty
Uh,
cool. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know you could transfer every 3 months. Yeah, but that would be really awesome.
I don't think anyone has done the 42 tour yet, but I will challenge the people to do that.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, let's see. I have another question. Is it realistic to look for freelance coding jobs after the first year? What knowledge did you gain in the first year?
Yeah, so I'm only in for a month, so I really wouldn't know. But I think like the Codam core is 2 years now. And I think you should finish the Codam core to have like the basic knowledge for a job, I think. Yeah, what you do after that, you can still continue with Codam and specialize in like AI or something, but I think you might, yeah, have to have 2 years experience maybe at school. Yeah.
Yeah, so what we see is that that's the core of the school. The really the core is where you learn the basics of programming. So you learn a bit of Unix, a bit of AI, a bit of algorithms, like all kinds of different fields of computer science. And once you're done, which including with your internship, it will take you around 18 months. It could also take 2 years, but it's not necessary. But afterwards, it is realistic to find freelance coding jobs. However, it will be on a junior level. So you will see that if you decide to actually continue after the first basic part of 12 to 18 months, you can actually specialize. So as you said, Katherine, you can specialize in AI, web programming, and data security, and operating systems, whatever you like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I'm just going to click this one away. So another question coming in. Oh, I think you already said what we're going to answer again. So in the Piscine, what programming language are we going to work in?
C. Yeah, in the good old C. I really like C. Yeah, I think it's really it makes you really understand what you're doing in programming instead of already using functions that exist.
Exactly, exactly. So I'm going to ask my last question, but if someone still has a question, don't hesitate. You can drop them still in the little question mark box. But my last question would be, do you already know which direction of, programming you would like to go? Do you have an idea or not at all?
Yeah, I have thought about it, and I would say playing video games is a very big hobby of mine. But I'm not sure if I want to make that my work. Besides that, I think AI and security really interests me.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so when the piscine comes up for them and I have time for them, I will definitely join. Yeah, but it's like it can't go all ways, I think. Yeah,
That's
this
true.
one.
Well, you can always try a few projects of like different
Yeah,
branches and then see what
exactly.
you like. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
super cool.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Do you want to say something else or give a message to the
Uh,
people?
yeah, if you're thinking about joining the piscine, just do it. Just sign up and have the best time of your life.
I love that. Oh, I got two more questions. Can I still ask?
Oh, yeah, sure, sure.
They came in at the same time. So someone's asking, do you work while doing 42?
No, I'm not currently working, so I am very blessed that Codam has given me a scholarship, which is like a free room for a year in Amsterdam in the student hotel. Because I have to go home in the weekends. I'm really lucky that I don't have to work at the time because then I can really focus 110% of my time at Codam and maybe really find an internship after a year. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
plan.
that's definitely true. Yeah, so we are planning to do a similar situation in Germany for the Wolfsburg. So we will, if that's a question for the person asking, we will also have scholarships available for students who study at 42 Wolfsburg. So that's really nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Um, and then the last question, I promise, do you feel it's risky to do 42 instead of getting a university degree?
No, I think not at all. Yeah, I think it's even better to do 42 because I feel like the university um, are really outdated. And especially like in tech, I think especially in tech, it changes like so fast, the tech world. Like every month something new is coming out, you know, and I don't think universities can really keep up with it. But in 42, because we don't have any lessons, you hear about the newest technology from your peers, you know, you read about them, someone posts them in Slack, like guys, look at this. And I think with Codam or 42, you really get to do a lot of programming instead of theory about computer science. So in my opinion, I think it would be better even to do 42 than a university in computer science, maybe. Yeah, yeah,
Nice. That's a very nice answer. Thank you very much. That was it
yes,
on the on me and on the viewers. It was super lovely to speak with you. I
yes.
wish you all the best of luck, and
Thank you. You too.
maybe we will have you in the future someday again. You know, you can
I
tell
hope
us more
so.
about projects.
Yes, I hope so.
Amazing,
I enjoyed
amazing.
it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Katherine. See
All
you,
right.
everyone.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.